Hello viewers, I hope you all are doing really good. We are back with our second video. So if you did not watch the first one yet, there's a link of it below in the description box. Click it and you will be teleported to that video. Now let's get into the video. When the two wheels of a chariot heads in different direction, the chariot can move nowhere, and likewise, when there is no unity in the society, any struggle would be incomplete. One of the most crucial problems for the freedom fighters has always been the diversity of India. Due to variety of castes and different levels of hierarchy that exist in India, mobilization of the masses was an uphill task, and also due to the numbers gap that exists between the different groups. It became easy for the British government to explore that gap and brainwash the miners to make them think that it's the best government they had. Some of the policies that British passed looks really beneficial from outside, but a very few population can find the flaws and see the swindling that went in the background. And most of the freedom fighters has the knowledge about it. British knew the importance of division in the society for the smooth ruling. So they introduced many laws which enlarges the gap. Countering this movement of gradual increment in aperture was the primary task for the guerrillas to make the country free from the alien ruling. Bal Gangadhar Tilak was one of the first freedom fighters who made strategies against the growing gap and to induce the importance of unity in the minds of public. Adding Lokmanya to his name, which meant accepted leader of public, he is widely known as the father of Indian unrest and the maker of modern India. Bal Gangadhar Tilak mainly focused on two aspects of the nation. One is education and the second is unity. So as a strategy for uniting the citizens from different caste, creed and societal positions under one roof, he proposed an idea which later transformed and made meetings feasible. An idea which we all see the results of even today, an idea which we feel blessed taken, the idea of turning household worshipping of Ganesha into a grand public event on streets, locality and neighborhood by the name Sarvajanik Ganeshotsav. Lokmanya Tilak drafted a solution for the burning issue which made everyone get together, celebrate, radiate positive energy. Why only Ganesh Chaturthi? There are more than one answer to this question. When we look at the history, Ganesh Chaturthi is one such festival which was celebrated on the streets right from Shivaji's ruling in 1600s to the Peshwas falling in 1880. It has been continued. Learning about the festival, Lokmanya Tilak found that Ganesh Chaturthi is a festival in which everyone, irrespective of the races, Brahmins or non-Brahmins, participate in it. So it was an ideal solution to unite the nation and situations that are created by the British government, such as ban on Hindu gatherings in 1892 through its anti-public assembly legislations. Lokmanya Tilak was completed to circumvent a solution for unity which accidentally resulted in taking a decision of making the Ganesh Chaturthi a public event and channelizing the patriotic spirits in the name of festival. A year later, Tilak met with a number of freedom fighters and progressively thinkers in Bombay or today's Mumbai and decided to bring the festival to the city. As a result, the first Sarvajanik Ganesh Utsav after the Peshwa fall has been held in Bombay. In fact, at two places in the same year, 1893, in Shantaramachi Chawal and Keshavji Naik Chawal at Girgaon. Tilak is the first one to install the large public image of Ganesh in pavilions and also established the practice of submerging of idols in rivers, seas and other pools of water on the 10th day after the Ganesh Chaturthi. This event was a huge success and British couldn't seize it as it is a religious event and not any political meetings against them, at least one on the surface. The idea was a huge success in uniting the masses and implanting the nationalist feeling in them, and an organization was set up by the Lokmanya Tilak to look up on organizing Ganesh Mandapams all over the Maharashtra. Tilak praised the event in his newspaper Kesari, popularizing the idea of Sarvajanik Ganesh Utsav and urging other freedom fighters to set up mandals all over the state in the same year. This event had many other advantages apart from uniting the public. It made intellectual discourses feasible, which energizes the public to join the movement. Poetry recitals, performance of plays, musical concerts and folk dances that were held portrays the Indian culture, heritage, and strengthens the identity as an Indian, which periodically evolves to fighting for one's rights. The event served as a perfect meeting ground in the situations where political gatherings of the people are highly suppressed by the British. Amid difficult situations created around, Ganesh Utsav couldn't be celebrated for the next 7 years and started again with full force from 1901, which remained unstoppable till today, and many leaders such as Mahatma Gandhi, Lala Lajpat Rai and Annie Besant have been a part of this meeting held at Shantanramji Chawal. This way, Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak's decision of making Ganesh Chaturthi a public event turned out to be a handy and strategic step in the freedom struggle. And even on today's digital world where everyone is on their screens most of the time, festivals like Ganesh Chaturthi brings everyone and every person together irrespective of age, caste and societal positions to make a team, celebrate, understand each other and radiate positive energy all over. Today's video is on a decision taken by Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak to unite the masses. To know the complete life story of this great nationalist, teacher, author and independence activist, subscribe and stay tuned to our channel. We will meet you in our next video. Till then, be safe, get motivated and stay motivated.